Oh no, my weight loss has stalled. One of the things I've noticed that a lot of the experts actually talk about is they say if your weight loss does tend to stall, not to worry about it too much. But they do give us techniques and things that we can do. Dr. Berry and some of the other carnivore experts quite often talk about the fact that, reduce the amount of fat you're taking. Now I know that fat allows us to be able to have more healing in our body. But they also say to reduce the amount of fat if you're wanting to lose weight. Now I do believe that's an important thing. Maybe have leaner cuts of meat. Instead of having a good Scotch fillet or ribeye fillet, have something which maybe has less fat in it, for example, a porterhouse steak or something along those lines. Now, I think I can see the benefit in that, but I also want to know that, I'm still going to be able to open my bowels and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I've got to be careful to make sure that that's still part of the process. Now, I'm not sure whether I want to, at the moment, because I know that losing weight will allow me to heal in a few areas as well. And it'll make my life a lot easier, especially when it comes to everyday life. For example, my swollen foot will become less swollen and hopefully stop swelling altogether. Plus, my blood pressure will eventually come down. Hopefully my thyroid gland will settle into a nice speed where I'm where it's not hyperthyroidism or overactive thyroid. All that kind of stuff is playing a part because of my weight. Now, I know that if I can manage to get my weight down, all that sort of stuff will begin to heal. But also they'll have other areas that I want to heal as well. For example, my psoriasis and various other parts of my body that requires healing. Now, I know that I've got to make a choice here. Eat more fat and heal in these kind of areas, or lose weight and heal other areas. Now, I do know that once I get down to my ideal weight, which I'm hoping to be around about 80 kilos, that I can then increase the fat volume and maintain my weight at the level I want to keep it at. And I know that by doing that, I need to prevent myself from creating these really things like, for example, carnivore hamburgers and carnivore quiches and carnivore lasagnas and carnivore pizzas and things like that, because all of those things will help contribute to me putting on weight, or at least maintaining my weight at the same level where it's not going up or down. So I know that I now need to focus more on eating red meat, fatty red meat. Usually I have the 80-20 mincemeat, or as Americans call it, ground beef. And I can cook up a couple of those with some eggs and a bit of salt and pepper, and it's okay. I heard another person recently suggest that don't put any of the other rubs, for example, on your meat, because it can actually put carbs into your body. So just go salt and pepper and leave it at that, or just salt even and leave it at that on the meat. So I'm thinking for the rest of May, I'm not going to be creating any more videos about meals that I love that I'm going to be able to convert across to the carnivore diet. For example, carnivore pizza, that kind of thing. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stick with having my main meal as being meat, red meat, whether that be lamb or beef, or even pork. I have pork chops as well. So depending on the type of one I wanted to do will depend on what I'm going to be eating. Now, with that in mind, I also know that if I keep it just salt and pepper, or even just salt, and cook it in butter or lard, But don't put any of the lard over my food. Don't put any of the butter over my food. Just drain it off and pop it on my plate and just eat the meal as it is. And maybe even trim some of the fat off a little bit. Because I know I do need to lose weight. And I think my priority here is to actually drop the kilos. You see, I got down to 97 kilos. I weighed myself this morning. I'm 99 kilos again. And I do think it's because I've been eating these like tortillas. I created a tortilla the other day. I ate a few of those that day. I did have some milk the other day, but it was lactose-free milk. So that's a little bit more on the allowed scale, but not quite. It's still too sweet and can cause extra hunger, cause you to eat more, and therefore put more weight on. So I need to make sure I cut that out altogether. It's one of my weaknesses, I have to say. And especially when around the 4-week mark, I started really craving sweet things. So I had to try and fight it. So I fought it by drinking a glass of milk, which wasn't really the best. Now, Bella the steak and butter gal, when I commented on one of her videos about, I mentioned that I had some milk. And she said, our bodies change so much when we give up sugar and when we go on the carnivore diet, that when we drink milk, it's almost like having ice cream. And you know what? She's absolutely right. It is so sweet. Before I ever had anything like that, where I was just drinking Coke and various other things all the time, I drink milk and it was like, ugh, there's no sweetness to it. It was really horrible. But now, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. So, to recap, let's have a look and think about ways in which, if you're stalling in your diet, now, the experts say that reduce the fat intake. They also suggest to maybe fast. Now, I'm thinking I might fast a couple of days, maybe, Saturday and Sunday, and come back to going back carnivore on a Monday and see if that can help it. And also, there's another suggestion that they suggest that you prime yourself, which I believe is where you eat as much as you can on the carnivore diet, using the carnivore food, nothing else. Eat as much as you can for 3 meals a day. I'm down to 1 meal a day, but yeah, have it for 3 meals a day. Stuff yourself each meal until you get to the point where, for 1 week, and then go back to eating your normal way of doing so. Apparently that helps to kickstart your body back into losing weight again. Now, I don't know how well that works. I haven't tried it. Dr. Chafee's, he sees how it can work, but I'm not all that sure. He's not all that sure. He kind of thinks that it may well be that we get to regulate how our hunger feels, and that allows us to be able to regulate where we can start eating at a more comfortable rate. He's probably right on that, because being a doctor, he knows more about it than I do. While you're here, why not leave a comment down below and just have a bit of a chat. Let us know how you're going on your carnivore diet. If you've had any cheats recently, or if you've had any stumbles or anything like that, like I had with my milk. Anything at all. And also too, one thing that Bella said, and she basically said that if you feel guilty about the carnivore diet and say, oh look, I'll start tomorrow. No. She's saying if you fall off the diet for a little bit, say for example you have an ice cream or something like that, because it's kind of carnivore, just the next meal, make the next meal your carnivore diet. Go straight back to doing it. Make the next meal, you're going to be your carnivore diet. Don't jump off it. Don't say, oh, I'll start again. No, just don't feel guilty about cheating. Accept that that's what happened, and then move forward. And with that, just keep going. Don't stop. Don't think, oh, I'll start it again tomorrow, or I'll start it again next day, or I'll start it again on Monday. No, start it straight away. because what happens is those delays will prevent you from going back to it. And what you need to do is go straight back on it. Like, as I said, get back on the horse. And if you can get back on the horse, or get back on the carnivore diet straight away and not feel guilty for doing it, you see, when you feel guilty, you release certain chemicals in your body that slows down your weight loss as well. So try not to feel guilty about it. Say, okay, it happened, and I know I don't particularly like that anymore, so let's move forward from here. And that's what she suggests. She and some of the people she had on her channel suggested. Okay, so that's all there is for this particular video. I just thought I'd make a quick little video. I went to work today, and I thought, I wouldn't mind having a video out today specifically about this. So make sure, 1, reduce fat, maybe consider fasting. Also look at, if you do happen to fall off your diet for a little bit, make sure that you don't feel guilty about it and just get straight back on the horse, and make sure you keep dieting and keep on the carnivore diet. Go straight back to it again. Alright guys, if you got some value out of this video, how about you smash the like button, as well as subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not consider sharing? And as I said before, leave a comment down below and let me know how you're going on your diet. Also too, right here is a video I believe you might like. Down here is a video YouTube thinks you might like. And right here, well, that's an image of my head. If you click on that, you'll be able to subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.